This video is all about inherited traits and learned behaviors. The only thing that you guys really need to write down for this video is the two different vocab words, inherited versus acquired. So by the end of this video, you should know the difference between something that's inherited and something that's acquired. Now let's think for a moment. How would you describe yourself? Can you make a list of words that would describe you? You might describe yourself as having like green eyes or brown eyes. You might describe yourself as being smart or really funny as well. Which one of those are inherited and which one of those traits are acquired? Consider this. Does anyone else in your family have brown eyes? Does anybody else in your family like to skateboard? Probably only a few of them like to skateboard, but probably both of your parents might have brown eyes. Your eye color came from your parents, but you probably learned how to skateboard. Some examples of some inherited traits would be eye color, skin color, hair color. Our DNA codes for all of those things, like we've talked about before. Any type of behavior can be inherited too. We call those inherited behaviors instincts. Many animals are born with instincts that help them to survive. Can you think of any? Some examples would be that there are some animals that fly south to warmer climates in the winter. Also, there are some animals that actually hibernate all winter long. The birds sometimes will sit over their eggs until they hatch to protect them from predators. No animals were taught these things. These animals just knew how to do these things instinctively. So that's why those are inherited behaviors. Those are called instincts. Are you better at using the computer than some of the other people in your family? If so, you learned how to do this. You did not inherit this behavior because your parents don't know how to do it. So we learn many behaviors that help us every day. These behaviors include how to make a sandwich, wakeboard, and also hopefully how to be polite to other people. Now, can you learn behaviors that don't help you? Yeah, you can. Because you can learn how to do behaviors like watching TV or playing too many video games. Can other animals learn behaviors? Sure, animals can also learn behaviors. You can teach your dog how to sit or stay or fetch. This is a figure from your textbook. So what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to look at these pictures and decide whether this has been acquired or whether these things were inherited. So pause the video and see if you can figure that out. Okay, now that you had a few moments, think about a person's height. Is their height inherited or is it acquired? Well, because your DNA codes for something like your height would be something that's inherited. You got that from your parents. What about dyed hair color? Well, your natural hair color is given to you from your parents, but you can change the color of your hair. So that's something that's been acquired. Now the fish body color, that's something that was inherited from their parents. These head shapes, the head shapes were probably acquired because you can change the shape of those hedges. And her freckles were inherited from her parents. The role of the environment can play a really big impact on the cells in your body as well. If you live in an area where it's really, really high pollution, maybe your lungs don't work or function as they should. You can also work out a lot to change the cells and create more muscle, or you could sit around and eat fatty foods and not have as much muscle. If you smoke or use tanning beds, that can cause cancer cells. Your environment, if you don't have enough nutrition, you could be extremely thin and malnourished. So the role of the environment is also really important. But what's important to remember is that changes in body cells cannot be passed to parents to offspring. So just because parents might be overweight doesn't automatically mean that the kid will be overweight as well.